So, I'm here to talk to you guys about tipping points, being challenged. As a skateboarder, there's all sorts of goals, but the one goal, as you get better, is grinding down a handrail. It's not calculated entirely. There's a lot of variables involved. You're looking at one of them. And so, it's pretty gnarly, and these guys do it over and over again until eventually you land. Skateboarders always roll away. Always. And the reason is because it comes from the heart and the art of repetition. The heart and the art of repetition. Repetition is important, but repetition without heart doesn't mean anything. So, I personally finally learned how to grind down a handrail, which is, at this point in these days with guys like that doesn't mean a whole lot. But at the time, it was a pretty big deal, grinding down a handrail. And I started entering into skateboard competitions, lots of them, countless skateboard competitions. Also just skating on the street and being a part of the scene, and just skateboarding was my life. And as you can hear and see earlier, these subcultures that you hear about, they were my life. These underground subcultures, this underworld was me. Everything I loved, it was me, deep down. But believe it or not, I actually, never in my life have I won anything. In all the things I just described to you, I never won. And on my skateboard, let's take a big chance here. On my skateboard, I've never gotten first place, ever. But, you know what I did? Is I got first place with the one thing that's the most important to me that put me where I am today. I got first place making them. And what do these things all have in common? Everything I've told you tonight? Innocent passion. Leadership through innocent passion. Being willing to take these risks, surrender, let go, and push as fast as you can towards your dream. Leadership through innocent passion. You see, there are no tipping points. They don't exist. If you live a life full of passion, if you live a life full of dodging things every day, constantly chasing your dreams, it's always going to be a challenge. Always. There's tipping points everywhere. So you guess what? They're not tipping points. It's like being in a scene of like The Matrix or Raiders of the Lost Ark, or like a Kung Fu movie with like Bruce Lee. It's like every day you're like, here comes another one, They're like everywhere. You're dodging these flipping tipping points. So they're not tipping points. It's redundant. So the way that I see it, this is a Sharpie. If you're involved with graffiti and tagging, you know exactly what this is. All right? But in the spirit of being more mainstream, let's use it as an example as a pencil. If you use a pencil over and over again, this is my pencil. Okay? There's your pencil. The tip is sharp, right? Of course it is. But if you use a pencil a lot and you're really into something, the tips get dull. Tips get dull. That's why there are no tipping points, because if you experience enough of them, they're always dull. Tipping points become rounded points. I can't actually look at that very long. So, these tipping points, when you flip them upside down, they're gaps. And now that is something I can relate to. Because when I see a gap, what am I going to do? My ass is clearing it. Skateboarders clear gaps, right? That's what we do. And in my life, the biggest gap that I've ever cleared was my greatest win. My greatest win. So, skateboarders, isn't that amazing? He ollied that gap. So here's what's even crazier when you think about all this. It's a new generation. It's a new world. Skaters, artists, musicians, graffiti artists, DJs, all these wonderful things you guys see out there, street art, all this stuff, fashion. We all got together and we started ollieing gaps a long time ago, longer than people realize. Like I say, Fat Boys, Beastie Boys, Run DMC, EPMD, Tony Hawk, Stacy Peralta, Tony Alva, all these guys, Mark Gonzalez, Nadas Kappas, the list goes on, Chad Muska. These guys defined youth culture today. We created a movement. We created this movement you see here today. What your kids experience today is our movement. We did it by clearing gaps in front of us that we were prepared for. They weren't surprises. We practiced through heart and art and repetition, leadership through innocent passion, over and over and over again, from the heart. From the heart. It's a blank piece of paper. So, my question to you is, what is your gap? What are the gaps that are in front of you that are keeping you back? Do you have enough speed? Have you practiced enough? Is it in your heart? Will you practice the art of repetition? Are you prepared to grind down that rail, knowing what's in front of you? Are you prepared to surrender? And will you be okay with that you're not the best? You don't clear every gap with like 2 feet behind you. Sometimes your wheels hang up and you don't even make it away. So, you have to have momentum. You have to get started. There has to be a start. There has to be a beginning. You have to have rhythm. You have to be ready. Passion, momentum, leadership, relentlessness, art, heart, speed. You see, starting anything, that's easy. Starting anything is easy. But you know that you found your calling when stopping is more difficult. Thank you.